Welcome to Jordan Drew, the sports crew. Drew's College Athlete Spotlight. We're on episode 11, and we have an awesome guest on. We have on a storied high school basketball player who played at Ballard High School. Now he's playing college ball. Here it is, the 2,000-point scorer, Seth Mangin. How you doing, Seth?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Drew.
Yeah, he did score 2,000 in the JV level, we should say. It was something else. We'll talk about it later in the episode, but yeah, Seth, I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, this is gonna be a fun episode, and we'll start in the high school. Or we'll start more to grade school, So Seth, when did you start playing basketball?
Somewhere around second or third grade. We got a 3-on-3 team going with my teammates, Peyton, Dietrich, Jared Valesky, and Trent Persinger.
Yeah, we all know those people here. EWC.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton making second team last year, and Seth. Back then you did rock the headband, right?
You know it.
Yeah, Seth's a legend in the EWC area, and done with that. Other sports you played. Were you doing everything?
Mostly baseball, some soccer. It all depended on the season, what I was feeling.
Seth did have a part-time lake-to-lake soccer career come baseball time. He was kind of split squad. We'd see him sometimes not. We'd see Caleb though. Caleb, younger brother of Seth. So
I was like that dad that was there sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, more of a part-time kind of gig for Seth. But
for sure, it's a practice.
Talking high school hoops, was there a basketball moment that stood out for you?
Shoot. Yeah, give me a sec. I think it was our senior year against. Actually, never mind. I'll take the 2,000-point scorer. Against Chilton, right?
It was Chilton JV. So, for people, Seth, if you didn't know, Seth scored 2,000 points in JV. That's kind of his thing. We have a story, that goes with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great one. Seth, you want me to explain? I think I should explain.
Of course.
Here it is. So, a couple study halls. We had, a few of us guys. We were like, okay, well, Seth Mangin and Kyle Whitmess, shout out Kyle Whitmess, both were playing JV their junior years, and they would get some good minutes, and they were really those glue guys. You guys would always were good leaders, always make some noise, always. It was a lot of fun to watch because we'd watch you guys play. We'd come early to watch you all play, and we were like, okay, we're gonna do something. And then I was like, Seth, 2,000-point JV score. And
That's
then
bold.
Kyle Whitmess has tendencies to foul, so we did Kyle Whitmess. I believe it was 1,000 career fouls, something like that. We did something like that, but basically we made these signs that said Seth Mangin 2,000-point score. First basket Seth scores at Chilton High School for a JV game. We all stood up and acted like it was a 2,000-point. And when the basket literally went in, we all stood up. We started screaming in an empty JV gym, with just parents and some students and the varsity teams. Everyone was looking at us like we were crazy, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, this guy scores 2,000 points." We were trying to tell the officials to stop the game, and it was good. We had Coach Trevor Schwer laughing. The whole varsity team was loving it. Seth's mom, right?
Give me the ball.
Yeah. We wanted you to get we said to give him the game ball. Seth's mom got pictures, and then to top it off, shout out here, Robert Shimmick. We actually sent him in the pictures that we got after the game to tell him to report. Seth scored his 2,000 JV points.
I can't get over that.
Sadly, he did not. It was actually in Seth's bio for a little bit, talking about in his bio. It's like Seth Mangin 2,000-point scorer. He had it in.
To see Rob just post it.
He had it in his bio. It would have worked. He had the Instagram post. We tried. We posted it places. We tried to get this thing, And in our hearts, Seth did score 2,000 points. And that's what matters. And then, Kyle did get 1,000 fouls. And that actually might have happened, though. So
we had a lot of people fooled.
Yeah. And that's just kind of what goes with Seth, storied career goes with that 2,000 point. That's my favorite. That is my favorite high school basketball moment too, Seth. So we both have the same moment. And
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, so that's probably one of the funnier stories we got with that. And do you have a favorite court, Seth? Basketball court?
Um, I love the Green Bay Phoenix court, like the Shawno shootout.
Oh, the Crest
Whenever we
Center.
play Rice
Yeah,
Town.
yeah, that's the Crest Center. That's where the girls
Mhm.
team plays for, and occasionally Green Bay, the men's team will play there if Rush Center is booked. But yeah, that's certainly a nice place to play. Have you been able to play on there since then? For any
No, unfortunately, we got to get back on there.
they got to get you Blue Devils out on that court.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't
For
know. Seth's kind of a street ball legend, so Citizens Park in Manitowoc's kind of his stomping grounds. Also in B Town, didn't you go to was it Peters Park?
Yes. How'd you know that?
I just have heard stories. I've heard you kind of like
Proud-
mastered Peters Park, so
Oh, for sure.
that's the rumor, at least around B Town. So, yeah, let's
Mhm.
talk more high school here. Was there ever that teammate you wanted to shout out?
Oh, of course, Kyle Whitmus. My partner in crime.
Sorry, I knew it was gonna be him. I was just like, oh.
I mean, that's just a guaranteed. Like, we basically had the same high school career.
Yeah, and that was my favorite moment. With that too is senior night, seeing both you guys start. That just like that we went nuts in the student section.
I know.
I
loved it.
That was great. It was
I
gold.
loved every second.
Being the banana there, cheering you on, and with that, is there anyone else in particular? Any like,
probably like either Brady Bodart or Cole Hovey for showing up to those open gyms. Oh, Jackson Olsen too.
I showed up to open gyms.
Yes, you did. But like those consistent 6 a.m. people who would show up to open gyms who were dedicated.
Yeah,
Those
it shows it. And look at Cole and Jackson, Brady. It's paid off for those guys putting up career years for all three of them this year.
Yeah.
So, let's now talk college. Scoring those 2,000 JV points, and now going college.
Yeah.
Now we see you. We go to GB at Manitowoc, and commuting, right? So how has that been? Have you enjoyed the whole commuting thing, living at home?
Honestly, it's not too bad. I actually enjoy not paying rent. It's honestly one benefit. The Blue Devils actually provide a credit for playing.
There you go. Right.
Each semester. So honestly, that was a big deciding factor. I think, yeah, that's about it.
Then those completely make sense. Being, get offered a credit to play for the basketball team. Plus, I'm paying room and board. It's not cheap. So, being able to save money doing that, that's something great there. And plus you're getting credits, you can transfer then into GB or even any UW. So talking about career goals here, we got to talk a little bit about academics here, Seth. Are you, what's the goal?
For like GPA?
No, not GPA, just degree. What are you going for?
Gonna go for educational, hopefully. Might switch it up. Might thinking of psychology somewhere down the road. I don't know.
You thinking like Phi Ed maybe right now?
Either Phi Ed or special ed. Don't know which one yet. I enjoy like teaching both sections. So.
And with the psychology thing, is that kind of like a guidance counselor maybe, or where do you want to, where do you think
maybe
that goes?
Sort of like therapist.
All right.
I don't know, somewhere along the lines. I don't know yet. I haven't really thought too much about the psychology, but
it's just been something in the mind. Did you do a psychology course or something? Really?
Oh yeah, I took one psych course in high school. Got a minus. Don't mean to brag. And then I took a college course and I actually really enjoyed it.
Oh,
I ended up
with
A/B in there. So
awesome. So
too bad.
Didn't know if we were going to see a Mrs. Mangin #2, and we were going to see Seth kind of take, follow the footsteps. But
For sure.
that's always a possibility. But yeah, let's talk sports. Let's go back to our sports here. The men's basketball team here for the Blue Devils, the UWGB at Manitowoc Blue Devils. They got the roster, all printed out nice on the website. And, we got a lot of Mishicot kids on this team. And you know a lot of these guys, right? From, Citizens and just over the years.
Used to play a lot of travel with them as well for baseball.
Yeah, Devin Posvic was one, we played with year. And
yep.
Also, Trent Persinger. We got to talk about him, He is on the team, or at least he was. What's going on with Trent Persinger?
He was until apparently some work situation. They need him more instead of us, I guess. So he is on the roster, I believe, but he is not playing for now.
Oh boy,
he's always a playoff contention type of guy. Anyway, so
yeah, and I was wondering then, Seth, just how the season, because you mentioned going for credits and stuff. Just how many practices are you guys doing a week? How is it overall training wise? What's up?
Conditioning wise, it's a lot of running. Weightlifting wise, it's more of just individual. He just expects like somewhere around 2 hours of weightlifting every other day. As for the normal basketball practices, it's a lot of shooting because we got to get used to the college 3-point line. That was a big step up from last year. That's about it for the conditioning wise.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the college 3-pointer. How has that been for you? I know you have like limitless range, but
oh, for sure. You know how it is. Honestly, it was a tough transition, but like looking back at it, if you go back to like certain parks or like any normal court that has a high school 3-point line, it is a lot easier to shoot on now compared to the college line.
There you go. And is that the D1? That's NCAA college line, right?
Yeah, that is NCAA line.
Nice. So maybe we see you transfer around to the big leagues. I mean, maybe just throwing that out there. But yeah, we know some of these guys on this roster. Bryce Schaefer was kind of those guys at Lutheran too, who's played and was also, in class 2021. Trent Persinger, of course, and then Devin Posvic, then Ryan Osborne too. Like all these guys, varsity basketball players that make up this team. Alex Rohr of Kiwani, he was a very good player back in his day. And
our sniper.
Yeah. And there's, maybe you guys get some other guys coming in next year, right? Was Chambi Lambert, going to be on the team? You want to talk about that?
I believe he was supposed to, but I don't know. I think he went to some different college. I'm not too sure about that, but
he was enrolled, right?
Yeah, he was enrolled. He showed up to a few open gyms. Don't know what happened. Must have been with him and the coach, but it's out of my knowledge.
I just was thinking that lineup, you make an all EWC lineup, have you and Trent, and then you guys just need two more guys. If Chambi was there, then you guys could make a full starting 5 EWC style, which would have been some good stuff. But, college, have you enjoyed, being with that team?
They're all right. I have a lot of guys on that team who I really enjoy. Shout out Alex Rohr and Seth Charles. Those are my boys.
Seth times 2? What? Seth squared?
Seth Charles, our captain.
Used to play in
Oneida.
Awesome. So, that's good that you got some guys there. And then, all you guys are all first-year players. So, you can be then at the campus your first 2, right? So it's possible you guys could have another. You guys could all run it back.
We could.
That would be big.
Problem is with our team is we have all freshmen, but a lot of these teams who are like on the other side of us who are playing against us have like third-year sophomores who got an extra year for the COVID year to play down for the JV level. So we're going up against sophomores who have experience and some third-year sophomores as well. So it's a little bit of difficulty for us to, be team-oriented compared to these other teams.
And then with that as well, just looking, you guys have played some bigger JV schools too. You look like, Bryan and Stratton JV, Concordia JV. You've played some like Division III school JVs, and you guys being kind of like a center, it can be tough. And then also looking, defense has been a problem. Looking at the point totals.
100%.
This year with, I'll just mention some numbers: 131 points given up to MSOE, 115 given up to Fond du Lac. But what I want to ask is it 2 20-minute halves? Is that how they run it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just making sure if it's the same, same college rules. And Seth, so how many games have you been able to play in this? Right, because you're dealing with some injury right now.
I have played every single game up until this last one.
Yeah. So right now, knee problem, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Okay.
What?
Do you want me to go in depth?
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Some player made a move and pulled up, and I contested, and I stepped on his foot, and my knee popped out. It was a painful sight to anybody who was watching. But
what's your status then? Do we expect you next couple of weeks?
We got a game tomorrow. Questionable as of right now. I don't know. I'm gonna go day by day, to be honest.
All right, you hear that? So if you're starting Seth Mangin in fantasy right now, it's questionable, but it might be a game time decision. So keep that in mind, you Seth Mangin fantasy owners. But yeah, they got Wausau to back to back. You got to head to Wausau, or that was yesterday, and then my bad, and then tomorrow you guys play Wausau then at home, and that would have been. Full disclosure, recording this on a Monday night. This is coming out Wednesday. So you would have 2 days ago, they would have played Wausau at home. Hopefully they went well, but tonight they have a game at home against Sheboygan. So the rivalry, that's going to be a good one. Those are 2 UWGB campuses at Sheboygan and at Manitowoc. So, head to the is it at the Blue Devil Arena?
It is at the Blue Devil Arena.
So head to the Blue Devil Arena. What's the charge? What do they charge for admission?
$5.
All right. For $5, you can watch, hopefully Seth is available, but I for sure will be getting to a game. I want to touch on some of the scheduling right here. We mentioned that game Sheboygan tonight, and then Saturday the 12th, 2:00 at Fox Cities. And then a few more games here. 14th. That's Valentine's Day, a Monday night game there. At home against Fond du Lac, and then 26th of February, 12-day layoff there. Head to Marshfield, and then you got the WCSL quarterfinals. So, what does that stand for then?
It's just the conference. It's just I don't even know.
Not okay.
I don't even know the acronym, to be honest.
That's what their conference then is. What they are in for all those smaller schools, or kind of, you guys are like the branch schools, I guess, of the main campuses, is how it works. And they do a quarterfinals, semis, and then they do a finals at UW Oshkosh to cap off March Madness. So that's pretty cool. March 13th, you can get, it's the WCSL version of March Madness. That's some pretty cool stuff, Seth. And hopefully we can see you then on the team next year as well, if it all goes right. Because are your plans to stick at the campus one more year?
It all depends. I don't know. Honestly, might head to Oshkosh, but who knows at this point? Heard they have a pretty good teaching program.
Oh, and they have a pretty good basketball team.
They do.
Robert Shimmick, look out. Seth Mangin is going to be taking that. He's going to be on that team. So Robert's actually a manager, I believe, for the
I heard about that.
Titans. So hopefully he can be your manager then.
Who knows?
There you go.
Collab going.
All right, Seth. I wish you the best, the rest of this year. Hopefully you can get back out there and put up some more big numbers like you usually do. So that'd be good to see. And then also wish you the best, of course, academically this rest of the year and then your whole college career. So
I appreciate it. You
awesome.
too.
Yeah, it was great to have you on, Seth. Revisit some of our great memories of high school basketball and plus talk about what you got going on here because this is awesome. Being able to play at UWGB at Manitowoc, them offering basketball for credit. And plus you get to be on that kind of team aspect. I think this is something cool and something, awesome to take advantage of. Because when I heard you were playing college basketball, I was like, Seth is doing what? And I heard about it, I was like, awesome. Congrats to you, man.
Pass up another year, bro.
Yeah, you got it, dude. And you got more eligibility. So maybe we can see you go somewhere else. And I'm wishing you the best, Seth. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, with that, thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Jordan and Drew, the Sports Crew, the perfect podcast for you.